Proximity, St. Francis Prep playing all of their home games here at Mitchell Field, mostly on Saturday nights, and it's got to have some sort of home field advantage, knowing that you're waiting till practically the end of the week to play this game, and St. Francis Prep is used to it. Other teams sitting around and waiting might not see that as an advantage.
Yeah, definitely a nice home field advantage. They got the crowd behind them. They're used to this field, and St. Francis Prep ready to roll. They're going to be receiving the ball to start this game out. And we'll see if they can get things going right away on, John, a beautiful 70-degree night here in Long Island.
Yeah, it's been fantastic weather so far throughout the football season. And you remember last year, 7 straight Saturdays, pouring rain. It was awful. So we've got that here now, which is good. And there you see inside the huddle, Dylan King, Jack Ryan, the assistant coaches, Gerardo Natali, Robert Castro, and Rich Carroll leading the crew for St. Francis Prep, looking for their 3rd victory of the season. They went 3-6 in 2022. They lost 8 games a year ago, only 2 wins. So this is a team that is not just trying to get back to that 3-win ledger. They want to make some noise in the AA1, and that's exactly what St. Francis Prep is trying to do. And for Holy Trinity, they're moving down from the AAA a year ago, but they feel that they've got the playmakers to turn this season around, but they'll give it away as St. Francis Prep will start it off. And Jace DeJean, the senior for Holy Trinity, gets the thumbs up. And we're ready for some football here at Mitchell Field, and a short kick. Fielded at the 35-yard line, and Rocco Petronella is taken down right away. Or check that, Antonio Bacci. And that'll lead us to St. Francis Prep's offense. And a very familiar name is the starting quarterback for St. Francis Prep. It's Jack Leary, the son of Hall of Fame head coach Tim Leary, the longtime basketball coach at St. Francis Prep. And you see the numbers on the year, 25 of 43, trying to eclipse 500 passing yards in this game. But you look at the touchdown to interception ratio, he knows how to take care of the ball.
Yeah, as Coach said, he's an extremely poised quarterback, reads the field very well, takes his time, doesn't rush his passes, and looking to get his team off to that fast start that Coach is looking for.
This is a heavy run team, and it's Sean Eibert who gets the first carry of the game. And he picks up about 5 and gets to the 35-yard line. This is a St. Francis Prep offense that scored 34 points a year ago. They've got some beef up front, and you see the playmakers in Eibert, Nguyen, Julian Morales, and Hayden Mullers.
Yeah, they've definitely got a whole bunch of size up there, too. They're going to move the ball well. Leary, one of the better athletes in this entire conference there. And on that run, I want to just talk at the defensively. How about Nemo out there making a nice tackle, wrapping it up?
Yeah, Nemo Hicks wears number 51 in white, and keep an eye on him. Nicknamed Nemo, and he's been fantastic so far. Back-to-back gives. Eibert has a first down, and he's across midfield to the 40, to the 30. Eibert gets dragged down at the 25. And that is a 40-yard run for Sean Eibert. And what a start for the Terriers.
Yeah, take a look. He takes it to the outside and finds a hole. And once he gets going, Trinity surrounds him with defensive players, but having the wherewithal to just keep running towards the line, keeping those legs moving. An absolutely incredible start with that run game. Trinity needs to bottle it up quickly.
Chase Cruz, the Division I prospect, with the tackle. St. Francis Prep goes quick, and it's a quick hitter to Julian Morales, the junior, inside the 5. It is shoved out of bounds.
Morales just trucking on that run there. Got his head down, was ready to go, and looked like he was going end zone. And then just that little shove, and now it's going to be 1st and goal. Moving the ball really quickly, this St. Francis team.
Yeah, Morales is a junior. He's from Far Rockaway and a traditional fullback, but has some good hands, and you could see lumbering down the field. And now this is where St. Francis Prep is so dangerous. They've got so many options out of the backfield, but Jack Leary, a traditional quarterback, can sling it as well. And we'll see what the Terriers do on 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Leary keeps it himself. He's on the run, slings it. Touchdown, Rocco Petronella.
And
the junior from Middle Village gets St. Francis Prep on the board.
Sorry about that, John. Just got to love the different look there. That Leary, it looked like they were, the Trinity defense was looking run there for sure. And then Petronella finds some space. Take a look here as Leary, again, takes his time, slings it right through. And Petronella, an easy grab down there. A little bit of a missed coverage on him. And just like that, 6 up on the board quickly for this Terrier team.
And so it'll be Michael Germati, the senior, to kick it away. And it's a bad snap. Holding on to it is Hayden Mullers, and he gets stacked up. So good job on the special teams on the PAT attempt. And just a minute and 17 seconds into this contest, you couldn't have scripted it up better for St. Francis Prep.
No, they said that they were going to try to take advantage of that run, and that giant 40-yard run followed up by about 25. And the run game getting that, them moving those chains, 2 first downs on that drive. And then Petronella just finding the end zone, and a fortuitous opportunity there. Nice job by the Trinity defense, but fortuitous that was a little bumble there, and it's kept to 6. So Trinity's going to have to do everything they can to try to strike right back.
Yeah, and that was Hayden Mullers, a senior from Whitestone, and someone who is actually the backup quarterback. So when you are the backup QB, you get the holding duties, and just a snap that he couldn't handle in time to get the kickoff. But either way, St. Francis Prep leading 6-0, and when we spoke to Gino Tassone, the head coach for Holy Trinity, he said, we've got to find a way to stop the run, and they were not able to do so on that first drive.
No, just letting them find some gaps and doing a good job, just taking it to the sidelines and running straight down. But that was a quick score and not the way that this Trinity team wants to start. Confidence is going to be a big part of this game.
Short kick, scooped up, Enoch Thomas. And Thomas nowhere to go, and that sets up Holy Trinity at the 30-yard line.
Titans take over. First down on the 30-yard line.
So Josiah Patrick, the quarterback for Holy Trinity, on the left side of the screen. And it's good to see JoJo Patrick back in the lineup. He had a knee injury that took him out of most of the game against Immaculata, coming off a 42-20 loss. Played the final series, and Tassone says that he's getting closer to 100%.
And you got to have 100% JoJo Patrick out there. So far, they've kept away from the injuries, but that is a big one. So looking to get his team started right now and move the ball. He's going to go to the air to start this out.
Yeah, and slings it into the flat. Enoch Thomas makes his first catch of the evening and is shoved out of bounds after the 5-yard gain.
Nice little grab up by Enoch Thomas. And it's Javier Caviaco. Did I say that right?
Cuviaco, but that's fine. And you said Enoch right. Here's the rest of the offense. Chase Cruz, Jaden Simpson, Ian Williams. Keep an eye on 21, Gabe Nathan. He plays 2 sides of the ball, very good, and a beefy lineup of Stefan Jean, Danny Bergen, Justin Hogan, Joshua Vitette, and Nemo Hicks. They push him back a yard, so 2nd and 6, and Thomas, his first carry of the evening, stutter steps, and that'll move the sticks. Across midfield, Enoch Thomas wrestled down and a huge gain.
And an excellent job there, staying on his feet and breaking the first tackle. He had 3 defensive players on him there, and then gets pushed out of bounds, but a tremendous effort there by Enoch Thomas.
Yeah, 30-yard pickup for Enoch Thomas, the senior, and trying to leave Holy Trinity on a high note.
So that run game working on both sides so far, getting some big yards.
First and 10 from the 35. Patrick, quick hitter. And that's a catch for Logan Figuruski. And Figuruski, the senior, with his first catch of the night.
So starting out both drives with those screen passes just to pick up some quick yards, and we'll see if they go back to the run on the 2nd down.
Yeah, and Tassone said he wants to get Patrick into a rhythm and wants to gain his confidence earlier. And the offense has gotten better week in and week out. It's the defense that has been the Achilles heel for Holy Trinity. 7 points in week 1, 15 in week 2, and 20 last week. The issue is they're giving up north of 40 in each of the last 2 games, and a flag, our first penalty of the night, and a false start against Holy Trinity.
Yeah, it looked like there was a little jump there on the line, and immediately the Terriers' defensive line clapping their hands. They knew it wasn't against them. So not a great situation right now as they push him back, and it looks like it's going to be 2nd and 11 now. And you said, John, getting JoJo Patrick into a rhythm is a key, and starting out with things like the screen passes just to get him moving. keep the St. Francis Prep defense honest. A smart way to go.
We asked Tassone earlier in the year what he liked about Thomas. He said, what's not to like? Meanwhile, Enoch Thomas wrestled back. Julian Melendez with the TFL. How about Julian Melendez and his athleticism through the last couple of years, and he gets his first wrap down of the night?
Yeah, you can take a look there. He gets him at the hips, and then right over on the top gets a little bit of help, but just strong. That's how you tackle folks. You get him down at the hips and pull him down and nowhere to go, and they push him back another 6.
Cuviaco with the tackle as well. Cuviaco, local product. He grew up here in Uniondale, commutes to Queens every day.
Talk about a home field advantage. Probably a few of the family sitting in the crowd today. But Cuviaco was saying his name a bunch of times, getting in on a few tackles.
Patrick rifles it, incomplete. Overshot his target in Jaden Simpson, as that was Nicholas Amadio in coverage.
Yeah, Amadio was right there to put a little bit of pressure, but the ball overthrown, and 4th down and long. I'm guessing they're going to be kicking this one away.
Yeah, the kicker, there's a couple of kickers for Holy Trinity, and Jace DeJean and Christopher Broyles. As Patrick's still out on the field. Can't blame him for going for it, because if you don't get it, you still have to have St. Francis Prep go the distance. But 4th and 15th, Patrick rolling out. Steps up, slings it, and a catch. Hauled in, Enoch Thomas.
And you called out via ball hawk. He was right in on there. We'll take another look at it. But like you said, John, I guess going there, you didn't get the first down, but you did push the ball back. And there's that beautiful throw. But Avila right there.
So short of the first down, it's a turnover on downs, and the Terriers back out on offense.
Alvia doing a really nice job there, too, just making sure there was no gain after the catch.
For those of you watching at home, we're working with the clock here as well. A couple technical issues. So 8:45 left in the first quarter, and Sean Eibert rolls wide and is shoved out of bounds by Enoch Thomas. Thomas, the leading tackler for the Titans defense.
Thomas doing a very good job there to stop that run from getting any kind of yards. Look like he pushed him back a little bit. And like you said, that's going to be one of the keys to the game, John. We said it earlier, is that can Trinity stop the run? And we'll see if that gets Leary throwing. Leary 1 for 1 right now on the throw with a touchdown pass.
So he's 100%.
He's 100%. He can do it every which way, but they're going to go back to the run.
That time, ball on the carpet. Holy Trinity saying they have it, pointing in that direction. Waiting for confirmation, but Trinity is already celebrating. A turnover. And let's take another look, Rob. Yeah, just never got into the hands of Nguyen, and Holy Trinity was all over it.
Yeah, you said it. Nguyen just did not handle the ball very well, and that Trinity defense jumping on top. Took a while for the referees to signal, but Trinity knew exactly which way it was going right away. So a huge play right now. Trinity has a great field advantage, and obviously can get back in this game. It's a big deal.
So they traded not going for it for a defensive stand, something that they've been waiting for 3 weeks. 8:04 to play first quarter, and rolling wide is the backup running back Damarian Singh. And how about the job of Singh over the last couple of weeks? 15 carries, 66 yards, and Gino Tassone said he's found a diamond in the rough, and Thomas has been the best runner for Holy Trinity so far.
Yeah, he likes him quite a bit, and Singh also a high scorer in lacrosse, coach said, so he's quite the athlete in both the fall and the spring sports, fast. And you saw right there, they're getting the run going. Their confidence has to be pretty good right now, too, stopping the run and forcing the turnover.
Jaden Simpson far out, and in the slot is Chase Cruz. Play action, Patrick. Trying to avoid the pressure, rolling wide and tugged down. Troy Faison, the two-sport athlete, with his first tackle of the ball game.
JoJo Patrick just couldn't find anybody in space, decides to tuck it and run, and a little bit of a loss there. It's going to be second down, and it looks like 6 at this point.
Well, third down. It should be third down and 5. We just wait for
Correction.
Sometimes they're a little slow here.
They are.
Give us a second.
I was looking at the guy down on the field, the marker.
Cruz, Ian Williams, and Logan Figursky. Top of the screen. Now Patrick looks that way. C opens up, and Julian Melendez knocks him down. Back near the line of scrimmage. As he gets back to the original line.
And Melendez, again, you talk about ball hawks. I mean, this defense is on it pretty quickly, and those hits look pretty vicious from up here, but everybody's getting up quickly.
Yep. That's Melendez wearing number 80, as he's gotten interest from Stony Brook, Wagner, offered from Pace. And if he continues to play like that, he will get more and more letters. Do they still send letters in the mail? Maybe it's an email offer
now. That's just not the same, though.
No. On fourth down, Holy Trinity going for it again. Flung over the middle. Incomplete. And another turnover on down. So Holy Trinity 0 for 2 on fourth down. And the Terriers take over.
Good job by Troy Faison in the coverage there to try to break things up. But again, an overthrow. So that St. Francis Prep defense is there every single time, but a few miscues there by Patrick.
So one drive resulting in a touchdown, the second in a fumble loss, and Jack Leary in the offense back out there. And I spoke to Rich Carroll earlier in the week, and he said, yeah, we'll see some flashes of vintage St. Francis Prep wishbone offense, but with Leary out there, he's had a lot of fun watching him throw the ball. But on first down, Sean Eibert rushes forward. Or check that, that's Edward Diaz, the junior from Far Rockaway.
Yeah, Diaz putting his head down there and getting a few extra yards, pushing back that Trinity defense. But I wouldn't be surprised now if you see Petronella getting involved and they decide to go to the throw. Right now, Trinity doing a pretty good job on the last 3 runs.
Big adjustment for Holy Trinity on the line was moving Danny Bergam from the linebacker spot to the nose tackle and trying to just plug up the middle. Man in motion is Nguyen. Leary goes that way. Nguyen hauls it in and gets past the 35-yard line, close to the first down marker. It's enough to move the sticks. John Nguyen, the senior from Belrose, makes his 15th reception of the year, and he's someone that can do it all.
Yeah, we take a look here. As soon as he gets that pass, he sees some space, makes a nice little cut, get him by the laces, but enough to dive in for that first down. And Nguyen, you made the comparison before, Mr. Perez, like Darren Sproles out there, and that was very Sproul-like.
Well, that time it's Sean Eibert chugging forward, picks up 3, and see Darren Sproles is now up for Hall of Fame nominee. I mean, I'm not sure if he gets in, but he was a fun player to watch.
Yeah, fun player to watch and have on your fantasy team if you do that at home with the passing and, you know, between the receiving yards and the running yards, he was a beast.
Hard to believe that he was on a team with Phillip Rivers, LaDainian Tomlinson, and Antonio Gates, and that offense never won a Super Bowl. Shows how good the Pats were. Leary, play action. Slings it, and he's got a man. Hayden Mullers across midfield.
You talk about that poise from Leary, and John, there you see it. Had some pressure, took his time, and through traffic, find Mullers. You get another look at it here. Rolls out to the right and looking over that defense, his head going back and forth, and through 4 defenders to Mullers. And once again, moving the chains.
16-yard gain, and now the Terriers in Titans territory. Double reverse handoff, Nguyen. He's so spry, gets to the 40, gain of 6.
I like now how they're mixing it up, too. All you got to do is get 1 or 2 successful throws, and all of a sudden that run game opens up a little bit more. But Trinity, again, doing a wonderful job against the run besides that first drive. we've got 2nd down and 4 with 3:50 left on the clock. You don't want to say it's a big stop this early in the game, but it seems like, for Trinity, this is a big stop.
No, you're right. Their offense hasn't been what it wanted to be, as Leary, incomplete. Thrown in the direction of Rocco Petronella. But it's big in the sense that you don't want to go down 2 scores, and Holy Trinity's starting to find a semblance of offense, but with the way things have been for Holy Trinity, you get down early for a team that's younger, impressionable. It could seem like you're down by more than 2 scores.
Yeah, John, we talk about it all the time. High school sports, there's a lot of emotions going, and if you don't get those winning ways, you got to make sure your players continue to buy in.
Leary, pocket collapses. Trying to get out of it. Slings it. Incomplete. Tried to hook up with Sean Eibert. And a flag is down. And we'll see if it's holding or something against Holy Trinity. And rough in the passer, right, exactly. So Jack Leary will get the first down after all of it.
Wow. That's a testament, one, to the way he scrambled. An absolutely incredible job getting away from the onslaught. Take a look at it here. I mean, the pressure that he's under, rolling out to that right. And then the pass, probably one his coach wish he didn't throw, but was necessary. But the rough in the pass, it gets him to the first down. Any which way you can get it, you'll take it.
They'll set him up to the 25-yard line. The flip. Eibert. And Eibert, a strong carry inside the 20.
You got to be impressed with Leary, decision-making, everything that he's doing out there. His coach also called him a rifleman, and you can see that arm. It's tremendous. He's accurate. He's got some strength behind it, but the athleticism that he just showed on that last play, incredible. So a lot of speed on this team offensively. That's going to be tough for Trinity to handle.
Yeah, and Leary was a player that was coming in as a backup last year. Tommy Zullo, their starting quarterback, a leg injury, and still dealing with that as Edward Diaz chugs forward. Close to a first down. We'll see if they give him forward progress and a first down. But it is a difficult assignment to be thrown into the fire. And they'll have a first down. And let's take another look here.
Yeah, it looked like they were going to walk the chains, but you see here, getting his head down, and Diaz is the guy, Coach. He's got a great first step, and he can muscle it through, and that's what he did. So when you need the short yards, Diaz is one of the guys. Looked like they were going to go for a measurement there, but the officials decided we're just going to move those chains, and a great effort there by Diaz. So they've got speed, they've got muscle up there. Trinity's got their handful today, but still in this game.
Nguyen stacked up the middle. After the gain of 5.
And we got another flag in the backfield.
So the initial signal for personal foul. But then didn't see what the call was afterwards.
Yeah, trying to take a look here if there was something going on. It looked like Nguyen got a little roughed up down there. Maybe some pushing and shoving.
Yeah, that was Jaden Cirillo in there, number 55, with the personal foul.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 21.
Leary steps up, floats it to the end zone, incomplete. Rocco Petronella had a step on the secondary, and Leary just couldn't drop it in.
Yeah, that was just a tough break. I mean, the ball floated up there. It also looks like Petronella was looking to the inside of the field, and then that ball went further to the sidelines than he thought. But he had the space, he had the step, and the ball was in the vicinity. So just a tough break there for Petronella, not getting his head turned in the right direction.
Darnell Rink and Ian Williams in coverage. And a timeout taken by Holy Trinity with 1:02 to go in the first quarter. Well, we've got a ton on the slate on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Some football and some football. Hey, we know that team. Cary takes on Malvern Thursday afternoon. Should be a fun one, and then a double dip of football Friday night. Island Trees and Cold Spring Harbor, and then another doubleheader, Carl Place and Lynbrook. And then if you're a football fan, one of the best rivalries in public school in Nassau, Farmingdale, Massapequa. And the division takes on Belmore, JFK, and Bethpage takes on Southside. You can watch them all right here on youtube.com/varsity media. Smash that subscribe button if you want to see the Malvern Mules compete against the Cary Seahawks. Last game before the flip.
That is the flip.
Okay.
That's my flip. So we'll see how that flip goes for the soccer season. But, man, what a Saturday, huh? You got girls soccer, boys soccer, football going on.
Yeah, and you're going to want to watch it all on the Varsity Media Sports Network. And now with St. Francis Prep with a long third down, and there we are. But let's get back to the action right now as Leary set to go. And taken down. Huge sack, just what the doctor ordered. Tyler Williams with the pull down.
Great job by Williams to find space there and just made a beeline for Leary. And that is a tremendous effort there by this Trinity defense. You got to be impressed, John. You know, we spoke about it before the game. A little porous on the run against teams early on in the season. They've been bottling up the run. They knew that they were going to be looking past there, and just look how quick he gets in there.
Williams, someone who put in time in the offseason as the punt will sail into the end zone. And Holy Trinity will have it with 18 seconds to go at the 20-yard line. Okay, so a couple of offensive series out there. Your thoughts on Holy Trinity's offense so far?
You got a little bit of inconsistency going on there. You see the ability of JoJo Patrick, obviously coming back again from an injury. A couple of those throws that were a little long, if they would have connected, a much different game. But I think they just got to get Patrick involved because if he gets his arm going well, they'll be able to move the ball up the field. The run, not so bad.
But you know what? I'm sure Gino Tassone would sign up for a 6-0 deficit if he was going to be down going into as the ball's on the carpet. And Holy Trinity right on top of it.
He'll take it, especially considering how that first drive went. It was just dominance, 2 giant runs and then a nice little pass to Petronella to seal the deal.
Justin Hogan pounces on top of it, and it'll be 2nd and 10 when we come back. 1 quarter in the books. 6-0 Terriers on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
At Catholic Health, when we see our island, we see extraordinary life. The most extraordinary of which is you. It's because our Catholic faith places the highest value on people, all people. It's the inspiration for our exceptional medical care with unmatched compassion. And it's why at Catholic Health you're more than a patient. You're someone's family, best friend, and a neighbor to us all. Long live Long Island.
When it comes to live streaming, Varsity Media does it all. Athletic events, concerts, musicals, graduations, even weddings. Trust Varsity Media when it comes to your live stream event. Contact us today to learn more about Varsity Media's live streaming services at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Start of the second quarter. 6-0 St. Francis Prep. He's Rob Anderson. I'm John Perez, and Josiah Patrick flips it over to Enoch Thomas, who catches it in the backfield and chugs forward. Still on his feet at the 45-yard line. Enoch Thomas cannot be denied as St. Francis Prep rallies over to finally take him down.
Yeah, John, I was literally going to say to you at the end, Enoch Thomas is the guy whose name we're saying the most on both sides of the ball as we get another look here. And Thomas finding a gap and then breaking the tackle, and then it takes not 1, 2, 3, 4 Terriers to bring that pit bull down. But now we got to see if Simpson and Cruz can get a little bit involved in that passing game, start opening things up a little bit.
24-yard gain for Enoch Thomas. Trips receivers near side for Holy Trinity. And on the handoff. And it's brought back down, as that was Demarion Singh. And Julia Morales takes him down.
Good job by the Terriers defense to read that play there, and all over Singh on the play. But again, Enoch Thomas having a sensational game, both sides so far. See if they get that passing game going a little bit more. It's 2nd and 10. And for them to have some success moving the ball up the field, Simpson and Cruz need to get involved in this game. So we'll see what JoJo Patrick does out here. Getting some signs from the sideline.
Patrick dumps it off. There's Singh again. Demarion Singh across midfield and is wrestled down. Anthony Massia had the first contact. John Lally in there, as well as John Caligiros. Second Caligiros to play for Rich Carroll. His older brother Dino was a staple linebacker back in the day.
Gotta love that family tradition out there. Singh doing a little tap dancing out there. Really nice run by him. Coach said he's got a great first step. What can he do after the play? And nice job moving the ball up.
Just a little tap, tap, taparoo. On 3rd and 3, on the slant. Chase Cruz. And Cruz enough for the first down.
There you go, the moment we're waiting for, getting Cruz involved a little bit. When he took that first step back, I was a little nervous about it, but finds some space and gets that first down. A good job there by Cruz, sure-handed athlete there. And Cruz is a D1 prospect. So we'll see where his career goes post-high school.
And someone who's just relentless. Runs a crisp route, good hands. Gino Tassone said that he'd make any program better with just him in the room, not even his talent. So movement up front. It looks like Prep budged. And so the encroachment on St. Francis Prep cuts it in half for Holy Trinity. Just over 9 minutes to play in the second quarter. Josiah Patrick. Best looking drive so far for Trinity. Rifles it, incomplete. Threw in a double coverage, trying to connect with Ian Williams. Anthony Bocci in there with Nick Amadio.
You got Williams there in the Erasmus Hall transfer. They try to find him open in some space there. Coach said he does whatever you ask him to do. He'll do it well. Also can get back behind the snap and throw the ball. So that pass intended there, overthrown. I'll tell you, if Patrick can connect, this Trinity, connect consistently. He's done a nice job. The pass to Cruz was beautiful. Trinity's going to give him something to think about on that defensive side.
Pair of receivers on each side of Patrick. 2nd and 5. Patrick, ball fake. Chugs it wide. Flag is down, and Patrick gets back to the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up a yard, but holding will pull him back.
Tough break there. I didn't see the hold, but once Patrick made that decision to run with the ball, he had nowhere to go but out of bounds. And unfortunately, one of his teammates grabbing a hold, and it's going to push this team back. Unfortunate because that drive was looking really good.
So that makes it 2nd and 15. Second penalty against Holy Trinity.
And again, an ideal situation right now to feature Cruz or Simpson.
Flag down again. There's Enoch Thomas, makes the catch. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage, a gain of 6, and we'll wait to see what the penalty is. And it looked like contact to the helmet. So that will go against Holy Trinity again.
Yeah, the flags are flying out of the backfield right now. And that's a drive killer right there. I mean, they were making some good progress. Thomas, they got Cruz involved. And a couple of penalties out of the backfield, and we are moving way back now. 30, 25.
Let's see, 5, 10,
25, right?
15, 16, 17, 27.
Oof. From 2nd down and 5.
Well, now 2nd and 27. Patrick shows off the arm. Incomplete. Jaden Simpson going 1v1 with Nick Amadio. Incomplete, and that brings up 3rd and long.
Yeah, Coach said, you know, he's capable of throwing these 200, 300-yard games. But, you know, the overthrows right now, what's killing him. You saw the power behind that arm, John. I mean, he got that ball downfield, but way out in front of the intended receiver.
See the white hat talking to the offensive line and explaining why he's committing the penalty and enforcing it. And you just hope that your players learn 4th week of the season. That sends up 3rd and long. 3 receivers up top, and Patrick rolls out that way. Steps up, slings it. Caught it midfield. That was Chase Cruz with the 10-yard pickup.
And once again, every single time there's a completion, somebody on that ball quickly, and that was Faison this time on that tackle.
And that brings out the special teams unit.
Coach Carroll saying that he loves how a lot of these defensive players play with that kind of like the chip on their shoulder, and Faison right there definitely looked like he was going to get the job done no matter what.
Jace DeJean. That hits St. Francis Prep, and luckily Amadio gets on top of it. Or check that, Anthony Massia gets on top of it. Love to see that again. Went right into the shoulder of Massia, who then pounced right on top of it.
And you can see Danny Bergen completely frustrated with not being able to pick that up. He laid on his back after the play and just kind of smacked himself in the head. But we'll take another look here. And just an odd bounce. And they just couldn't pick it back up. But a good job to have the wherewithal to get that ball back in the hands. Here it is again. You got to wonder, do the lights have an effect in a game like this? It looked like he had, like it was going to go in his hands. He thought he was going to get the catch and then backed off it. And just an awkward play.
Certainly could have. Logan Figursky almost had the takeaway. First catch of the night for Darius Moore, the junior. And that pushes back St. Francis Prep after the loss of 4.
So, John, I don't know if we predicted a defensive battle the way this is going so far, but both defenses looking stellar. It was just that first drive right now making all the difference as the clock ticking down here. 6-0 in favor of St. Francis Prep.
And Leary steps up. On the slant, it's Eibert. What a first half for Sean Eibert, getting it done in the backfield and now showing off his hands before he gets shoved out of bounds by Jaden Simpson.
Trinity playing a little bit of his own, gave him a lot of space there, and Ibert, uncontested, makes that catch.
Timeout taken by Prep. 5:37 to play in the second quarter. We'll take a break with them. You're watching CHSFL football on the Varsity Media Sports Network. For the latest news in high school sports, be sure to check out varsitymedia.net or follow us on social media at Varsity Media. Did you just have the best athletic year of your life, and now you want to show it off to college coaches? Well, let Varsity Media help you. Varsity Media's college recruiting videos show off your unique skills to help you land a spot on the team of your dream school. We'll provide music, spot shadow effects, and a link to send to your next coach. Contact us today for more information. Don't rely on word of mouth or cold emails. Let Varsity Media help you take your game to the next level.
High school sports fans, Varsity Media is the exclusive live stream partner of Nassau County Championships. To live stream fall, winter, and spring championship events, head to varsitymediapass.com to order. Now accessible on smart TVs. Varsity Media is your home for the Nassau County Championships.
Just over 5.5 to play in the first half. St. Francis Prep with a 6-0 lead over Holy Trinity. Jack Leary hooking up with Rocco Petronella from 2 yards out to give the Terriers a 6-0 lead at home, looking for their third victory of the season.
And on that last play, it was Ibert. He's looking at about 75 total yards so far.
Yeah, Ibert's been great, but the thing with St. Francis Prep, too, is they want to have a good backup option as well, and that's Darius Moore chugging ahead. Now back-to-back carries for Darius Moore. He is the backup, so to speak, but Rich Carroll employs a ton of guys that can carry the ball out of the backfield. We saw Nguyen, obviously. Petronella can do so. It looks like we'll have a measurement. That's how close Darius Moore was.
This is where the chain crew earns their money here. So we'll see how this thing goes.
See if they will earn their money or be asked for their services at all. Now they're finally coming out.
It's always one of those nerve-wracking moments in a football game when they bring out the chains. Both coaches just sitting there with bated breath, hoping that these guys on the sideline are paying good attention and the officials have the mark perfect.
All right, here we go. Let's see. That's short. Good defensive stand by Holy Trinity.
There you go, and on camera right on top of the action there to show everybody just how short it is. So an opportunity to get the first down now, but just a little short. And, John, I'll run the chains once in a while for those Malvern Mules. It's not fun. A lot of pressure on you.
Yeah. But it's a thankless job, but that's why it's great with these football programs and the community feel and how many people give back. So we thank you for your service and all of that. And that's at the end of the day all you want is just a pat on the back.
Absolutely. You know somebody's going to love you and someone's not going to like you. But a pat on the back is always good.
I like you enough. 4th and inches. Inside give. St. Francis Prep has the first down. Julian Morales, the junior, pushing the pile. How about that? They needed him to get 1 yard, and he picks up 10.
Yeah, Coach said he's a hard-nosed guard with a running back's number, and you can take a look here. Gets what he's got to get, and then just continues to push that Trinity defense and gets a little extra, probably about 2-3 yards after. And the strength, incredible. So the Terry is going more to that brute offense than the speed at the moment, and it's paying off.
1st and 10, Leary. Rolling out. Over the middle, Mullers can't haul it in. One that he wishes he could have had back. Would have been a first down for the Terriers.
Yeah, and that was a perfect throw by Leary. Just looks like he got a little mixed up, and Mullers just couldn't haul it in. Bounced like right off his hands into his chest. That's a tough one. That's why you get 4 shots at it. So 2nd down and 10 here, and we'll see if Leary decides to air it out again.
St. Francis Prep with a Week 0 victory against St. John the Baptist, who blew the doors off of Holy Trinity. Lost to Zavarian and then knocked off more Catholic as Leary rolls wide. And angles out of bounds after the gain of 1.
Yeah, Nguyen looked like he ran a route, and Leary was kind of locked into him. But the coverage quick, and Trinity putting some pressure on early. And it looks like it's going to be 3rd down and about 13.
Three receivers up top. Leary circles it, and he's got a man. Nice catch. Rocco Petronella, short of the 1st down, but a pickup of a dozen.
Yeah, he tried to sell that 1st down right after, but a beautiful catch there by Petronella in traffic. Just gets those hands and that jump right over the top, and here we get another look at it. Up in the air. Oh, almost off the helmet. Manages to reel it in. That's a tough catch.
Especially with the secondary reaming in on you. That was Ian Williams in coverage.
And that spot not where I thought it would be. It's a little further back than I thought. 4th down and 2. They're going to go for it.
Leary fakes the first handoff. Ibert ranging forward.
We'll see on the forward motion. From here, we can't tell anything, but it looks like he might have had it on the forward motion.
Let's see if we can get it from this angle. Holy Trinity expecting it to be a turnover on downs, but they'll bring out the chains again.
That's going to be close. I mean, he kind of spun, but he did get pushed back. I don't know, John. This is going to be closer than the last one, and I think they might have it.
I'm not sure if we have the replay on the high angle as they bring out the chain gang. Here we go. Let's see again.
Trying to see where that mark is. Ugh. That's as close as it gets. We'll see what the chain gang does out here. And a nose.
Short again by 1 chain link. And that's a stop that Holy Trinity needed.
Huge. I was just about to say it. It's a giant stop by Trinity, and we know who St. Francis Prep isn't buying lunch for tomorrow. Like, that's a killer. Two times in a row. Speaking of lunch, I think we got some bagels at halftime.
Yes, excited for that. Bagel Parlor food review coming up at halftime. Jerry Natali hooking us up. And there you see. Everyone at St. Francis Prep knows it, but I know there's a bunch of Queens guys and Holy Trinity as well. If you're in Whitestone, located at 1437 150th Street in Whitestone, or place your order before going in, bagelparlor.com. He's Rob Anderson. I'm John Perez. 3.5 to play in the first half. 6-0 St. Francis Prep as the Terriers scored on their first series a 2-yard touchdown catch by Rocco Petronella. They missed the extra point, and now Josiah Patrick and the offense back out there for Holy Trinity, trying to find that equalizer or just put points on the board. Offense has been a struggle this year for Holy Trinity, coming in at 0-3.
But that Titans defense getting the job done. That, like I said, that first drive didn't look too good. And then all of a sudden just locking it down. Patrick now.
On the run, hooks up Ian Williams. 7 catches coming into the game today and makes his first of the quarter.
And Williams wide open on that, but those are the passes that if Patrick can connect with, they're going to move the chains. They're going to move that ball. It's a beautiful pass right there. Williams, nothing around him. Gets an extra. Oh, there's going to be a penalty. We got a hold.
Yeah, so the hold will go and push Holy Trinity back again, and about a half dozen penalties now for Holy Trinity, and at times they've been their own worst enemy.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of flags coming out of the backfield, so we know which official's not getting lunch from Trinity, but It's a lot of penalties right now. They've lost quite a few yards. We'll have to do our little tally later, but this is tough.
Well, you know, the film session on Monday, Gino Tassone and the rest of his crew will be counting those penalties and replaying this over and over again.
It's the third hold after a decent gain that they would push back. Tough to put points on the board when that happens.
Jaden Simpson was in motion, gets the carry, almost gets back to the original line of scrimmage. A burst of energy for Jaden Simpson after the big gain.
Yeah, one of the guys that you're expecting to run a lot of routes out there, but they get him running, and he's got a lot of speed. So the first time we say Simpson's name so far, and, you know, a testament to the Terriers that they've been shutting down Cruz and Simpson, but still not back to the line of scrimmage here, and they're going to be second down in about 12.
Pair of receivers on both sides. Patrick back to pass. Throws off his back foot, lobs it. One-on-one and incomplete. Underthrew Chase Cruz, and good defense by Anthony Massia, who was in coverage. Secondary so tough to throw into.
It is. I mean, but you look at how the route that Cruz ran there, and the ball got underthrown a little bit. But again, looking over his shoulder to the right, realizing he's got to turn to the left and just not connecting. I thought that one was going to be it, John. I thought that was the one that was going to bust this thing open for Trinity, but pass coming up a little bit short. And it's going to be 3rd and 13.
Yeah, another long drive for Holy Trinity, but not gaining a ton of yards. Enoch Thomas pushes forward. St. Francis Prep rallies over.
It looks like it'll be about a gain of 3 on the play, but it's going to be now 4th down and 10. A little surprised they went to the run there with Thomas.
Yeah, well, they'll send out the special teams now. And Jace DeJean, who was not expecting to punt this much in the first half, comes on for his 3rd punt.
So a little over 2 minutes remaining in this half so far, and Trinity just needs to do everything they can to keep that 6 up there and nothing more.
Anthony Massia back to receive. And DeJean takes a Titans bounce as Holy Trinity slides and gets it down and pins it at the 3-yard line. A 53-yard punt, and a great job by Danny Bergen and Ian Williams to get there.
Yeah, really great job there. As you see Bergen hustling out of the gate once he realizes that thing takes a bounce. He turns it up another notch, tracks it all the way down, and makes sure he slides and knocks it down. It's an absolutely perfect punt there.
Bergen going in the 3rd gear.
Yeah, you saw him. He was chugging out of the gate, started to slow down, and the minute that ball hit, did everything that he could to get down there, and a nice play to keep that ball from bouncing into the end zone and pins this Terrier team pretty deep.
Each team with 2 timeouts. It'll be interesting to see if Holy Trinity uses them or just goes into the half. Straight give up the middle for St. Francis Prep. Just trying to get some breathing room after starting this drive on their own 3-yard line. Julian Morales gains a pair.
They said a little breathing room is what Morales can do. Strong player. And had a little push from his offensive line to get him those 2 yards. Leary has had some success with that screen pass. We'll see if they try to do something like that. Try to get Nguyen involved a little bit more at this stage of the game. He's lined up to your right.
Up the middle. And it's Morales again. And Morales close to the 1st down marker.
He just doesn't stop, huh? Every time he gets that ball, he's pushing the entire line there.
We saw he almost had a touchdown in the first quarter that ended up going to Rocco Petronella, but set up first and goal from the 2-yard line, and then the next play, Petronella in the back of the end zone.
Morales, 5'6", 205 pounds. That's a tank. That's a little fire plug out there. Low center of gravity and just gets it going. Like you said, he showed that burst of speed there, got pushed out. Petronella, the beneficiary of that drive.
Final 30 seconds of the half. Eibert running wide. Shoved out of bounds at the 27-yard line. After the 12-yard hookup, and that stops the clock.
He's had a good job with the wherewithal to get out of bounds and stop the clock. It looked like at first he was going to cut to the inside, thought better of it, took it out, and
so they stop it on a first down and then reset it, but looks like that's going to be it for St. Francis Prep. It's been a defensive affair between the Terriers and the Titans, and we'll go into the locker room, a 6-0 lead for the team from Queens, as St. Francis Prep getting the offense going early, but only cashing in once. As we get ready for halftime, a little earth, wind, and fire. Can't go wrong. St. Francis Prep trying to make this a September to remember on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
How's it going? Israel Bonnie Kunda, running back for the New York Jets, and you're watching Varsity Media.
At St. Francis Heart Center, we're not just regional heart experts. We share our greater success with the world. We don't just pioneer technology. We do it more than anywhere on Greater Long Island. And we don't just win awards. We deliver greater outcomes for people like you. As New York's only specialty designated cardiac center, we're not satisfied with just being good. This is Long Island. This is St. Francis Heart Center. And greater lives here.
Looking for the best breakfast or lunch in town? Look no further than Bagel Parlor in Whitestone, offering hand-rolled kettle-boiled bagels baked throughout the day. With hot and made-to-order egg sandwiches, omelets, and wraps, Bagel Parlor is more than just bagels. Offering a complete line of boar's head cold cuts, homemade chicken cutlets, and signature sandwiches. Not to mention the baked danishes, bomboloni, and pastries. Last but not least, a full catering menu that includes your Italian favorites. Bagel Parlor. Respect the tradition.
Hey parents, Varsity Media is now offering ISO video of just your athlete. Why settle for the wide angle that shows every player on the field? With our ISO video, your athlete is front and center the entire game. This footage will help in creating highlight videos for college coaches to better pinpoint your athlete's play on the field. Watching our video will help your athlete improve progressively throughout the season and may lead to a college scholarship. Varsity Media is now booking ISO videos for the fall, but spots are limited. Contact us today for football, soccer, field hockey, and volleyball by calling 516-403-2050 or emailing ben@varsitymedia.net. It's time to book a Varsity Media Sportscast and get on the big stage. A Varsity Media Sportscast is seen by thousands of people, both live and on demand, from friends and family all over the world to prospective college coaches. Our announcers will help tell the story of your team and your athletes. There is no bigger stage to be on than Varsity Media. Book a sportscast today by contacting Varsity Media. When it comes to live streaming, Varsity Media does it all. Athletic events, concerts, musicals, graduations, even weddings. Trust Varsity Media when it comes to your live stream event. Contact us today to learn more about Varsity Media's live streaming services at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Did you just have the best athletic year of your life? And now you want to show it off to college coaches? Well, let Varsity Media help you. Varsity Media's college recruiting videos show off your unique skills to help you land a spot on the team of your dream school. We'll provide music, spot shadow effects, and a link to send to your next coach. Contact us today for more information. Don't rely on word of mouth or cold emails. Let Varsity Media help you take your game to the next level. For all the latest Varsity Media updates, including our game schedules, be sure to follow us on social media at Varsity Media, the home for New York high school sports.
High school sports fans, Varsity Media is the exclusive live stream partner of Nassau County Championships. To live stream fall, winter, and spring championship events, head to varsitymediapass.com to order. Now accessible on smart TVs. Varsity Media is your home for the Nassau County Championships.
Varsity Media Sports Network, and it is the best time of the game because it is time for the Bagel Parlor Food Review. And if you were with us last year, you knew that they had to be back with us this year. And Rob, they go all out at Bagel Parlor, located in Whitestone, just a stone's throw away from St. Francis Prep. Or if you're coming from enemy territory at Holy Cross, it's right there as well. Place your order today at bagelparlor.com. So Jerry Natali really hooked us up. We've got a huge spread here. Take a look at the bagels. All right, so you got plain bagel, everything bagel, sesame seed, and then another plain bagel, cheese Danish. So if you're not a bagel person, then you've got the fresh coudelettes as well. And then bumboloni, cinnamon roll, and that. So I've been eyeing this chicken cutlet since we got here and since Jerry helped us out in the beginning. And what do you have over there, Rob?
John, same. I get chicken cutlet. We've got the mozzarella on there. You got the roasted red peppers, balsamic on an everything bagel. It's absolutely gorgeous. And they did feature these little cream cheeses too, right? We got walnut raisin, we got scallion, cream cheese, but it's dinner time, so we're going cutlets, yeah?
Yeah, got to go cutlets. That's how it's done over here. Good schmears as well. I love the plain bagels. I know you're an everything guy, so let's dig in here.
Sounds like a plan.
That's textbook. Absolutely textbook. Nothing overwhelming. Good quality meat. Good protein. Mozzarella is fantastic, so I'm loving it on my end.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. I mean, this bagel is perfect, too. I remember as a kid, I was always worried about the everything bagel. Like, you kind of think they just, like, clean everything up and put it on there. But this is wonderful, right? Bagel soft, great, and the chicken cutlet perfect. And not soggy at all, which is a home run.
Right.
You got to love that when the chicken cutlet still has some crisp.
All right, so that's the dinner now, but a little bit dessert here. So what do you have over there? Show the folks at home.
So I'm going with the cinnamon bun. I'm a cinnamon bun fan, so I'm gonna take my bite as you introduce your fancy.
Yeah, I've got the bumboloni as well, which I know is your nickname, as well with Nutella on top of it. I love Nutella, love bumboloni, very sweet. I'll take any sweet dish out there forever, so anyone watching at home, bring it over to the Varsity Media headquarters. But, yeah, bumboloni's great, and tell me about the cinnamon roll.
If you go savory a little bit more, cinnamon, fantastic. I wish I didn't take the bite. I want this tomorrow morning with my coffee, but this is what we do, right? We got to have it now. But the cinnamon, absolutely delicious cinnamon swirl. And the bumboloni, like I said, we got a cheese Danish back here as well. The variety of options here are sensational, whether you're going there for breakfast, lunch, or even dinner.
Exactly. Bagels are always fresh. You got to get over to Bagel Parlor. Place your order, www.bagelparlor.com, located at 1437 150th Street in Whitestone. Place your order today. Halftime here between the Terriers and Titans. Third quarter coming up next on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
At St. Francis Heart Center, we're not just regional heart experts. We share our greater success with the world. We don't just pioneer technology. We do it more than anywhere on Greater Long Island. And we don't just win awards. We deliver greater outcomes for people like you. As New York's only specialty designated cardiac center, we're not satisfied with just being good. This is Long Island. This is St. Francis Heart Center. And greater lives here.
Hey parents, Varsity Media is now offering ISO video of just your athlete. Why settle for the wide angle that shows every player on the field? With our ISO video, your athlete is front and center the entire game. This footage will help in creating highlight videos for college coaches to better pinpoint your athlete's play on the field. Watching our video will help your athlete improve progressively throughout the season and may lead to a college scholarship. Varsity Media is now booking ISO videos for the fall, but spots are limited. Contact us today for football, soccer, field hockey, and volleyball by calling 516-403-2050 or emailing ben@varsitymedia.net.
High school sports fans, are you following Varsity Media on our YouTube channel? For the best coverage of New York high school sports, make sure you head to youtube.com/varsitymedia. 3 easy steps. First, hit that like button, and then be sure to subscribe. And finally, tap that yellow bell to be notified of all of our upcoming sportscasts. Thank you for following Varsity Media on YouTube.
It's time to book a Varsity Media Sportscast and get on the big stage. A Varsity Media Sportscast is seen by thousands of people, both live and on demand, from friends and family all over the world to prospective college coaches. Our announcers will help tell the story of your team and your athletes. There is no bigger stage to be on than Varsity Media. Book a sportscast today by contacting Varsity Media. When it comes to live streaming, Varsity Media does it all. Athletic events, concerts, musicals, graduations, even weddings. Trust Varsity Media when it comes to your live stream event. Contact us today to learn more about Varsity Media's live streaming services at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Hey parents, how about a bobblehead for your athlete? Bobbleheads are one of the most preferred personalized gift items today, and it's so easy to order. All you need is a photo of your athlete, a model number from our extensive collection of bobbleheads, and the sculpting process begins. 2 proofs are sent for your approval, and once it's approved, in a few weeks, your bobblehead is on the way. It's that simple. Order your bobblehead today by logging into varsitymediapass.com and click catalogs or call 516-403-2050. Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is over 50,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck.
At Catholic Health, when we see our island, we see extraordinary life. The most extraordinary of which is you. It's because our Catholic faith places the highest value on people. All people. It's the inspiration for our exceptional medical care with unmatched compassion. And it's why at Catholic Health you're more than a patient. You're someone's family, best friend, and a neighbor to us all. Long live Long Island.
Did you just have the best athletic year of your life? And now you want to show it off to college coaches? Well, let Varsity Media help you. Varsity Media's college recruiting videos show off your unique skills to help you land a spot on the team of your dream school. We'll provide music, spot shadow effects, and a link to send to your next coach. Contact us today for more information. Don't rely on word of mouth or cold emails. Let Varsity Media help you take your game to the next level. For all the latest Varsity Media updates, including our game schedules, be sure to follow us on social media at Varsity Media, the home for New York high school sports.
High school sports fans, Varsity Media is the exclusive live stream partner of Nassau County Championships. To live stream fall, winter, and spring championship events, head to varsitymediapass.com to order. Now accessible on smart TVs. Varsity Media is your home for the Nassau County Championships.
Get ready for the start of the third quarter. It's been a defensive battle so far. 6-0 St. Francis Prep over Holy Trinity. And we welcome you into the broadcast booth. He's Rob Anderson. I'm John Perez. And Rob, I'll have you put your coach's hat on. What are these coaches saying at halftime?
Well, I think for Trinity, it's obvious. Stop getting penalties. I mean, that's really where you need. It's about discipline. They're moving the ball, and every time they have some kind of success, it's getting pulled back with that yellow flag getting thrown. As far as the Terriers go, they have the tools and the pieces. It's how do we open up this Trinity defense and keep them guessing a little bit, try to vary it a little bit more, maybe moving the ball. Leary's got a great arm. Try to see him air it out a little bit.
That's Rich Carroll. He has to be pleased with what his defense has shown so far today. Pitching a shutout, as you're right. They've gotten some help from the penalties for Holy Trinity, but defensively they've been a unit.
Yeah, they've been a great defensive unit, and it is a defense that can put up some zeros. They've had a really good job and an offense that's used to scoring more points. But, you know, defensively this year, there was a shutout in the last game. They won 34-0, and they want to keep that goose egg going, and they've done it through 6 quarters so far of football.
And a short kick as Holy Trinity starts off the second half with the ball, and Jaden Simpson still on his feet, pushed back, and then whistled dead at around the 28-yard line. Josiah Patrick showing off his arm and getting the shorter completions, but every time he's gone deep, there's been a disconnect.
Yeah, and we've discussed that. You know, the disconnect, most of them were being overthrown, and then on the last one, it was underthrown. But doing well in that, like, 10 to 20-yard range. He's accurate. He's been making those passes. Just when they go long, he's having a little difficulty. And it looks like the routes are being run properly. So it's just a little bit too much mustard. But he did miss a lot of the last game. And he's getting his groove back. Huge drive, though. Again, only 6-0. They'll take that.
Yeah, Patrick dealing with a knee injury. Played the final series in the loss to Immaculata. That was a 42-20 thrubbing of Immaculata over in Hicksville on the Battle of the Bridge. On first down, Enoch Thomas chugs forward and picks up 3. And Thomas, very fast, very tough. We saw a burst of speed in the first half from Mr. Thomas.
Yeah, Enoch Thomas has the ability to blow a game open. You know, we've said his name again on both sides of the ball. He's got the burst, he's got the speed, and definitely one of the key pieces of this offense.
Thomas, a senior, and this is interesting because on paper, a ton of seniors, in fact, 90% of the roster is from the senior class, but first-year starters. So not really a lot of experience out there. As Patrick on second down, and he's got a man. That is Logan Figursky, the senior, with his second catch of the ball game. And it'll be short, and they'll bring up 3rd and 1.
Yeah, John, that's the compromises sometimes coaches have to make. When you have a senior-heavy team the year before, and depending on how that season's going, are we going to start getting juniors in there as much as possible because we're thinking towards the future, or are we just trying to win games no matter what? Not an easy decision for a coach, ever.
And, you know, it's funny, Gino Tassone joked with us that this is the first time in his coaching career that he's a freshman again. Of course, graduated from Holy Trinity back in the day, now first-year varsity coach. The completion, Simpson, but Troy Faison lays the hammer down.
You're saying that. Faison lays on pretty quickly. I mean, my goodness, that's the second time he's put on a monster hit and just locked in from the minute that catch is grabbed. Look at that. Lowers his shoulders, gets him at the knees. That's a beautiful takedown. Faison is on fire defensively today. That's probably the most impressive thing right now, I'd say, about St. Francis's defense is that there's no yards after any of the receptions. The minute that ball is caught, bam, somebody's there to take the Trinity player down, and there it's Faison.
So no yak.
No yak. Maybe yakking in the garbage can when you're the coach on the offensive side.
Jace DeJean, fourth punt of the ball game. Anthony Massia back to receive, but you hear poison, poison, poison. The Terriers get away, and that's Ian Williams flopping on the football after the big punt, and that is a 39-yard punt. And Jack Leary will take over, but for Holy Trinity, it's been a tough start, 0-3, and then after today, doesn't get much easier. They take on the upstart Chaminade Flyers on the road, and then finishing their 3-game road stand against Xavier, then home against Mount St. Michael, more Catholic. There's a more Catholic team that is always looking for a championship. In fact, they've been to the AA championship each of the last 2 years and fail to get over the top. And then St. Peter's and St. Joe's by the Sea to round it out. First down run for St. Francis Prep is Julian Morales.
Morales getting involved some more. John, I just want to cycle back to those punts. That's 2 punts in a row that they got those bounces going forward. And just a really nice job by the special teams there, getting that ball deep each time. You got to think it's intentional when it happens 2 times in a row like that.
Well, and how about the collaboration, too? And you could see when you've got your best athletes on special teams as well, so playing 3 sides of the ball and downing the ball after those lengthy punts.
Yeah, they did a sensational job to pin him deep twice. But Morales, who's been a star in this game so far, moving the chains. We'll see if he can get it moving again.
That he does as he trudges forward, has a first down towards midfield. 18-yard run, Julian Morales with a big pickup.
Yeah, Morales becoming the star of the running game. Again, he's a traditional fullback, but he's got some burst and some run. And there it is, lowers the shoulder, does what he does as a fullback, but then a little bit more, finds a second gear, holds on to the ball. And that was a tough grab there. He held on to it, and that Trinity defense coming down hard on him. But 18 yards, and he's been moving the chains the most for this team so far.
There's very deep at the skill position. First time in a while. Good reverse, John Nguyen. Darren Sproles-S, but he coughs it up. Fumble, ball is down. Both teams pointing. But a rare miscue by John Nguyen.
Still trying to figure it out here, and what do we got?
Still waiting for a signal. Both teams jumping up and down. It'll stay with St. Francis Prep.
They're still waiting for a signal from the first one. They don't want to quick on the signals with the fumbles, but that's, again, a fortuitous opportunity there. It didn't even look like it was stripped. Just looked like it was a little bit of a mishandle on the tackle.
Well, that looks like Hayden Mullers is the one that eventually picked it up. The ball was slipping and sliding. Holy Trinity did touch it first, but they weren't able to secure it.
No, and that's what happened when it was bobbling down there. All of a sudden, the Terriers pounced, but Nguyen just not able to keep the handle on it. But it shows the diversity again on this team. You got Nguyen, you got Ibert, you got Morales. They can move the ball all kinds of different ways.
Well, there's Ibert after the fake.
And the fake to Morales. You don't know who's getting the ball on this team.
That's an offense that Rich Carroll has employed throughout his duration as the head coach for St. Francis Prep, and a little bit of a throwback. It's not as extreme as the wing T that Xavier plays, but either way, anybody has to be ready, and he says that actually inspires his team because they're on their toes each snap.
It makes sense. I mean, you kind of have like thunder and lightning squared. And there's Thunder again. They wear the Giants colors. Who was it? Tiki and Ron Dane was the Thunder and Lightning?
Ron Dane, right? And then eventually Brandon Jacobs.
Right.
He didn't play with Tiki, though.
No, he didn't play with Tiki, but I think the Thunder and Lightning combo was Dane and Barber, and Morales certainly taking on the Dane role. A couple Tikis on the team.
I always thought it was interesting that Barber would play his games with the Giants and then go play with the Bucks in the same week. That's something else, huh?
It is something else, but
It was like there were two of them.
yeah, well, there were.
Oh. Well, that's new to me.
I bet you Tiki was collecting 2 paychecks and just pretending.
Into the flat, Sean Eibert. Eibert's got a first down. Inside the 20. Boy, Sean Eibert, you get him in space. He's tough to take down.
Yeah, there's your Lightning. I mean, so far, I think that put him over 100 yards, if I'm correct so far. I mean, he had that 42-yard run in the first drive. So Eibert really just creating a lot of space out there. And now this looks like the first drive in the first quarter. As we take a look here, a little screen pass. Eibert takes it out wide, and just a nice little cut, stays on his feet until he's finally shoved down.
Yeah, this is a St. Francis prep team that doesn't have a lot of size, but very talented. Flag is out. Saw Nguyen get pushed to the ground.
And the Zebras confer on what's going on here.
And it's going to go against St. Francis Prep for a block in the back.
Flag on the play, pushes the carrier back.
So there goes Eibert's yards right back. It looked like he had if I'm right, just cracked 100 yards. But take off that 18 that he just got.
So a rare St. Francis Prep penalty. And so now we just wait for the spot.
Yeah, so they're getting that spot in right now, and after that little conference that they had, they're going to push it back. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and possibly 13 yards here. The officials having a lot of conversations out there, John, trying to figure out what's going on here. And they're going to bunch back up together.
It's a 10-yard penalty. That's it. Takes 2 seconds. Push him back 10 yards. If it's a block in the back, it's a 10-yard penalty. Now, if you want to do from the spot, that's different. Now, where's the spot? But the block happened on this end of the field.
Right.
Not where the officials are. Let's see again. Yeah, right there. John Nguyen.
Right.
Right on Darnell Fink. 11 on 4. Watch 11 in blue. Right there. It happens at the 25-yard line.
Yeah.
So if it's a spot foul,
Which
you move it back.
Right.
Excuse me, it was at the 35-yard line. You move him back 10 yards.
I think you got it right. It was at the.
No, yeah, you're right. The 25-yard
25,
line. I need
yeah.
to stop. I need to have a little more confidence in myself.
Yeah, you confused.
That's what
I was
said.
like, you got it right. The
Right,
first
yeah,
time.
you just move back 10 yards.
That's it. You got it right, Mr. Perez. We got to put you in some stripes and send you down there. I don't understand the confusion right now either. It looked like even when the call was made, there was a little disagreement on the field, but it is getting sorted out now by the head official. I'm ready to get another bagel. This is taking a while.
Yeah.
The players are ready to line up.
I mean, at this point, Holy Trinity is probably just saying, you know what, can we just redo it?
I'm confused. So it looks like the spot will remain where it is. And now they're going to have a conference with the coaches.
Well, I think Tassone is going to speak to the official that made the call. Or no, he's going to bring out Rich Carroll, too. How about that? So both coaches are out there. Gino Tassone is showing the last play. This has got to be a discussion over a redo. That's what it is. And you got to get both coaches to agree, because if it was a simple block in the back, you would have pushed him back 10 yards and that's it, and you get ready for the next play.
So under what circumstances do you believe they're going to warrant a redo?
Well, they're speaking to both coaches because they don't know what they called.
Right, they don't know what they called. And that's what I said. When they got together, you know, folks at home, I wrote it down on a piece of paper. Like, you had one guy throw up his hands, like, confused, one of the officials, and then the ball was placed down and spotted.
I mean, this is like a Scooby-Doo cartoon where, like, they're running between the hotel rooms, just back and forth. Well, you called a penalty. Well, no, I didn't. All right, it is a penalty. Let's put it here.
Maybe they'll pull off one of the referees' masks, and you'll have Coach Tassone under there.
Well, we'll see. If this game ends, and it's got till Thursday, we've got Cary taking on Malvern, which should be a fun one. Couple of football games over the weekend and a soccer doubleheader. And Farmingdale, Massapequa next Saturday. And you can watch it all on youtube.com/varsity media. How about a little primer for the folks at home? What can we expect out of the Malvern Mules taking on Cary?
Oh, Malvern Mules a little banged up, that soccer team right now. Not off to a great start. Cary got their first win of the season and only win against the season against those Malvern Mules. But looking a lot better right now. We're feeling good as a team. Our defense is finally getting together and building confidence, John Perez.
Yeah, it's a long season.
It's a long season, and that's the flip of the script right there. So we got one more game. We're going to play Great Neck North, and then we're going to start the season, reset the season with Cary, and that's going to be at home. And I get to hear you guys talk about me for a change, so that's going to be interesting. Be nice.
So basically everything that we say off camera, we can now say on camera.
You can.
So now on the redo, after the 7-minute delay, pass incomplete. Somewhere somebody's saying ball don't lie, and fourth down. Low throw towards Rocco Petronella, and Darnell Fink was all over him.
Yeah, Petronella had a cut back on that one, and then I wasn't sure if he was injured on the play or just frustrated. Looks like it's frustration. He's back up on his feet. And it's going to be fourth down.
And 8.
A lot of confusion there for one play that looked simple. I think it was just the call itself that
Michael Dermody. And let's see, how about Anthony Messia? Down at the 1. Anthony Messia is a good returner, and he's a good downer.
Yeah, Debbie Downer. That thing just took a great bounce. Look at the hand-eye coordination and then just keeping the feet there. That's absolutely incredible, like slide into second base there. That's an incredible shot and a great camera angle. You think that the guy filming that was on top of a truck.
Yeah, that's big Tony D on top of it.
Tony D on top of Ben T's truck. What a shot.
There's Tony D.
There you go, Tony.
There you go. All over it.
He's calling for the two-pointer. Oh, no, never mind.
By the way, for you folks out there, that truck's up for sale. Lease is ending soon, so get your offers in.
Contact Varsity Media.
Contact Ben at varsitymedia.net. If you want a better deal, contact Jeff at varsitymedia.net. You get a bobblehead with it, some spots, maybe 2 bobbleheads.
Maybe 2. This is what happens when the refs talk too long. And a flag in the backfield.
Yeah, after Chase Cruz was bobbing and weaving, and it'll be a hold against Holy Trinity.
Can't give John Perez too much time. Referees start talking, you get a little giddy back there.
Yeah.
So the hold called here. And it's going to go back half the distance, which isn't too far.
It was interesting. Williams goes out, spoke to Tassone, and he's the one calling the plays. Which would make sense because he's under center. We don't see Josiah Patrick, and we'll keep an eye, see if this is just a formation for Holy Trinity or if there's going to be a new quarterback the rest of the way for Holy Trinity as Williams scampers forward and gets to the 5-yard line.
And he almost got taken down, and Tony D's prediction of the 2 almost happened right there, but gets out of the end zone and creates a little bit of space. It's going to be 2nd down, and I don't see Patrick going back on the field.
No, Patrick isn't, so it's Ian Williams, the Erasmus Hall transfer, and someone who's very skilled. The backup quarterback plays in the secondary as well. Burrowing up the middle and nowhere to go. And Ian Williams stopped again. Oh, and now it looks like Patrick's coming back out. So a couple Wildcat plays for Holy Trinity. So a little sigh of relief.
Yeah.
Of course, you don't want to lose QB1, especially who has been dealing with a bulky knee injury.
Yeah, and you see Patrick back on the field. I was trying to take a look at the sideline, just was popping over by the trainer's table to see if he was going to take a walk that way, but just trying to create a little space for Patrick, and now he's going to be in there 3rd and 5.
Enoch Thomas trying to range wide. It's back to the line of scrimmage. And 4th down upcoming. And a down St. Francis Prep Terrier, as that is Tanner Gale, the junior.
So you got to say, St. Francis Prep doing a good job locking in now on Enoch Thomas after Thomas had that big 30-yard gain in the first quarter. Since then, he's gotten some space. He gets the handoffs. He's gotten a few passes, but they've done a good job stifling him.
Injury timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 3:40 to play in the 3rd on Varsity Media.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
At St. Francis Heart Center, we're not just regional heart experts. We share our greater success with the world. We don't just pioneer technology. We do it more than anywhere on Greater Long Island. And we don't just win awards. We deliver greater outcomes for people like you. As New York's only specialty designated cardiac center, we're not satisfied with just being good. This is Long Island. This is St. Francis Heart Center. And greater lives here.
Are you under 4 minutes to play? 4th and short. Holy Trinity's going to go for it. Josiah Patrick and Holy Trinity 0 for 2 on 4th down, deep in St. Francis Prep territory. Hard count, and Trinity jumps.
Not what they wanted. They were looking to get the penalty the other way, but flag out of the backfield. And
I think what was interesting was that everybody but the center moved, which meant that only Patrick and the center were on the same page.
yeah, which is you know, even situationally, you got to wonder as a team how come more of them aren't on the same page. I mean, it's 4th and 5. You have to know you're looking to draw something.
Right.
So now opportunity for great field position for the Terriers.
Jace DeJean once again to punt from his own end zone. And it's a fake. Ian Williams ranging wide, trying to get the 1st down, and Ian Williams does so. A successful fake for Holy Trinity. Talk about a roll of the dice. Look at Williams go.
Incredible. I'm kind of shocked by this right now. I mean, you got to have just an incredible amount of confidence in your offense here to pull that off, and he does. What a play call there. I mean, I don't think anybody saw that coming.
St. Francis Prep didn't, and that's what matters.
That is what matters, and it's a first down for the Titans.
And 1st and 10 from the 13. 2 receivers near side. Patrick looks that way. Rifles over the middle. Incomplete. Tried to hook up with Simpson. Those two have not been on the same page in this one.
Yeah, we said it earlier. I mean, Simpson and Cruz both really not getting much space or getting many looks. The two that we profiled pre-game, you know, a good route run there by Simpson, but overthrown. And I don't think anybody would have predicted 6-0 this deep into the game with only 2 left in the third quarter. Everything off of that opening drive, John, and then since then it's just been a defensive battle back and forth and some miscues offensively.
Pitch back to Thomas. Thomas nowhere to go. Big tackle there by Josiah Dotson, the junior from Jamaica.
Dotson doing a beautiful job honing in on Thomas. And again, after that big run by Thomas, said a little bit earlier, they've managed to bottle him up. And, you know, he's been the bulk of this offense right now. Unless Patrick can start airing it out and connecting, it's going to make Thomas's job harder and harder out of that backfield.
Final 100 seconds of the third.
Lining up heavy on the right.
On 3rd and 12. Patrick looking, floats it. Has Williams. Past the 20 and scours forward and has a first down. Boy, Josiah Patrick can keep plays alive. And when he gets an open man, Holy Trinity able to make the Terriers defense pay.
Yeah, you're not kidding. And no coverage there on Ian Williams. And again, Williams, that transfer. And Coach said that him coming back to this team was a blessing for this team. And there you see 2 nice blessings. They were pinned deep, 4th down, and now move that ball out to the 22 and got a little bit of a drive going here. See if that missed extra point, you know, gaff there, comes back to haunt Prep.
Now we'll see. Holy Trinity has not been in St. Francis, has not been in the red zone yet. Over the middle, incomplete. Too much mustard on that pass in the direction of Simpson.
Yeah, you got to run out of the Golden soon. There's been too much mustard on a few of these throws, and honestly, if Patrick could just settle down, man, has guys open, just overthrowing the ball a little bit, and a testament to the fact that he's got a tremendous arm. He's got a lot of power back there, but just has to reel it in a little bit.
And that's something that's going to change over time, right? You'll have quarterbacks develop the touch and the feel. Remember Patrick missing a game, but played in the first 2 games of the year, and, you know, we'll get better each week. But you're right, the growing pains are apparent.
Yeah, and it's tough because, again, it's 6-0. You know, you get down into that end zone, all you got to do is make the extra point. In this game, all of a sudden, it's high pressure for Prep.
Pocket collapses. Patrick gets out of it. JoJo Patrick slings it. He's got a man. And it's caught for the first down. How about that play? Logan Figurski, the senior, wide open, and Patrick able to find him after a flurry of Terriers.
Yeah, there he is. He's on the move. He gets out of it. I mean, he was dead to rights there, rolls out to his left, and connects on a beautiful pass. But, we got a flag on the play.
Yeah, it's a holding penalty against Holy Trinity. In fact, Nemo Hicks almost took down his own quarterback. Watch 51 in white as he gets out of it. We'll see where the hold is.
Good block there.
This is a killer, though. Good job by Figurski. But it's all for naught.
No, it's those penalties that are killing Trinity. I mean, They're going to run this one out.
Yeah, there's actually final 10 seconds left. And we'll head to the fourth quarter. St. Francis Prep with a 6-0 lead. And the defense coming to play for the Terriers. As we get ready for the start of the fourth, you're watching CHSFL football on the Varsity Media Sports Network. For the latest news in high school sports, be sure to check out varsitymedia.net or follow us on social media at Varsity Media. Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is over 50,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck.
High school sports fans, Varsity Media is the exclusive live stream partner of Nassau County Championships. To live stream fall, winter, and spring championship events, head to varsitymediapass.com to order. Now accessible on smart TVs. Varsity Media is your home for the Nassau County Championships.
Week 4 in the CHSFL. And for that last penalty, a unsportsmanlike was the call. But either way, it sets up 1st and 10. And Josiah Patrick in Holy Trinity goes empty. Patrick, quick hitter. Has a man, and that's Chase Cruz. Hauls in his first pass of the quarter.
Second pass of the game for Cruz. Second time he got a catch. And doesn't get much after the catch there. Moves the ball up about 2 yards, maybe 3.
Yeah, 3-yard pickup.
So 2nd down and 7. And again, we'll see if Patrick decides to go to the air a little bit more.
He's going to have to. The run game has not been there for Holy Trinity as Enoch Thomas stood up. Joe Kiakavu with the first tackle.
Good job there by Kiakavu. And again, you know, the book is out after that first quarter that you got to just pay attention to Enoch Thomas, which they've been doing.
Holy Trinity trying to avoid an 0-4 start. Only trailing by 1 score, but deep in their own territory. Floated, and a big hit. Enoch Thomas with the catch, and Troy Faison lays the lumber again.
Yeah, take a look at this one here. The catch, and immediately just zoned in on. And what a hit.
Faison, a two-sport athlete, one of the stars for the basketball team. Of course, St. Francis Prep has been knocking on the doorstep to a city championship on the hardwood, and Faison's been a big reason for that.
And you just get visions of Ronnie Lott. I mean, literally, he's done 4, just monster hits right after the catch, and they're getting no yards.
On the carry, that was Demarion Singh, the senior.
You got to love how they're honed in on that because, as far as the long game goes, right now they know Patrick's having a little difficulty connecting long, so everything short is being met with force, and Faison is the force. He's going to enjoy watching this Varsity Media game back.
He always does. He says he's a subscriber.
There you go.
At least that's what I think he says.
I believe that's what he says. Got to get him the logo for his cleats.
And once again, Singh, back-to-back carries for Demarion Singh. Someone who's got a good first step. And sets up 3rd and short.
So 3rd and short, like you said, I wouldn't be surprised to see him go to Singh in play as Holy Trinity is up by 1. The extra point, the difference at the moment. Now, John, can this Trinity defense hold up and do what they've been doing, which is containing that incredible run game in the Wishbone offense, and try to keep Ibert, Nguyen, and Morales off the board? You can bet Jack Leary's got something to say about it. So at this stage of the game, they're going to have to be a little bit more aggressive. Plenty of time, 8 minutes and 13 seconds left in the game. But once again, it was JoJo Patrick with a 53-yard touchdown run to put 6 on the board, and the extra point good, 7-6.
And you're right about that extra point coming back to Burns, St. Francis Prep, who now has to go for the lead. Or at least, score points, not worry about the tie. To the ball and gets halfway home.
Faison's having a heck of a game, isn't he, John?
He is, and he's a fun player to watch. He was a player that played both ways last year, was dealing with injuries. This year, Rich Carroll says we're going to focus him more on defense, and if we need him offensively, we've got no problem going to him. And you could see the necessity of Faison now in the fourth quarter. He was on defense solely the first 3 quarters.
Yeah, and with that strength that he's got, why not get that intensity on the other side of the ball when you need it most?
7:35 to play, fourth quarter. Leary into the flat. Here's Faison again. Faison. And Holy Trinity rallies over. And a pickup of 1 for Faison.
And honestly, a nice job by Faison because he just turned a loss into a gain. He was dead to rights behind the line of scrimmage and then just muscled his way through. St. Francis Prep is going to be selling some number 3 jerseys over there. Get yours before Christmas.
I don't know if NIL extends down to St. Francis Prep or the high school level.
It should.
Faison comes off on 3rd and 4. And that time to give to Julian Morales.
Morales, a bulldog in his own right. He's been grinding for some yards here, and it's 4th down and 3. And I got to think you're going to see Morales get the ball again.
4th down and 3, 6:20 and rolling, 4th quarter, 7-6 Holy Trinity. Titans looking for a stop. Leary, ball fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Heaves it. Downfield, intercepted, but a flag is down. The interception to Chase Cruz, and Cruz still on his feet. The 40 at midfield. Chase Cruz eventually taken down at the 40-yard line, and we'll see if this stays with St. Francis Prep.
If it does stay with Trinity there, Cruz just that step was not the move. He had a head full of steam. I mean, it might all be for naught, but once he cut back and went to the middle, he was dead. They just buried him right there. So let's get the call.
Defensive pass interference. And another penalty comes back to kill Holy Trinity.
Wow. I don't even know what to say about that, John. It's the penalties have just served as like an extra man on the field here. And it's 5:57. It's going to be 1st and 10 now as a result. Chains haven't moved. Okay, chains are moving now. I was wondering what was going on there. But they're going to move the chains up, and it looks like the spot's on the 21-yard line, so as red zone opportunity here. Chains still figuring out what's going on. They're going to move it down. So this is a huge time in the game now for St. Francis Prep. Down by 1 and moving the ball like they did on that first drive to start the game.
5:30 to play, 4th quarter. John Nguyen goes in motion. 2 in the backfield. Into the flat. Rocco Petronella, the only touchdown scorer for the Terriers, makes the catch and gains about 4.
That ball almost tipped by Nemo Hicks, but just got over his head. And those little screen passes have really worked for Leary in getting some yards. So Leary checking in on the sideline for some signs, runs back into the huddle and tells his team what's going on.
And so here's Leary under center. Here's John Nguyen. Nguyen running wide to the 10. Flag is down as he gets pushed out of bounds. Holding against St. Francis Prep.
Well, I guess the flag's got to go both ways, and that's going to take that Nguyen run back a little bit. Leary walked over there looking for an explanation on who it was against. But his team now being pushed back, and it looks like it's going to be 2nd down and 16.
So 2nd and 16, you're right, for Jack Leary. He's got Morales in the backfield. Double wing for St. Francis Prep. Leary steps up, rifles it. He's got a man, Hayden Mullers. Then gets suplexed by Jude Charles. And the gain of 8 for St. Francis Prep as we approach the 4-minute mark.
Yeah, getting Muller involved a little bit more now. He's been quiet most of this game and making a difference here in the 4th quarter on this drive. So making up some of the distance that they lost. It's going to be 3rd down and 8.
Showing the double wing formation again. Morales in the backfield. Muller's the receiver near side. Leary looks that way, then dumps it over the middle, incomplete. Through the hands of Ibert.
So 4th down and 8, and I don't think we're in field goal range right now.
St. Francis Prep has 2 kickers, Michael Dermody and Alfonso Maleo. And it is Maleo warming up on the sideline for St. Francis Prep. You'd have to imagine Rob, that with all the penalties that Holy Trinity has taken, maybe you try a hard count here. If not, you've got all 3 of your timeouts. You could use one, but they're not. They're going to go for it. Leary steps up, floats it, end zone, dropped. That would have been the go-ahead touchdown for St. Francis Prep, but Sean Eibert couldn't haul it in.
And that is quite a blow to this Francis Prep drive. That's tough, John. I just put my hands on my head during that, a little quiet. It was in his hands, just misplayed, and now Trinity with 3:34 on the offensive side. You did say it, timeouts available for everybody. 3 timeouts remaining for the Terriers. And we'll see if it's going to be the Enoch Thomas show a little bit, just to try to get that clock moving and moving the ball.
No, you're right. That's where you have to go. And Enoch Thomas on first down. Jets sweep. And tackled from behind. Josiah Cuviaco with the takedown.
Yeah, just wasn't getting the space to burst that thing out, but he started getting some speed and then just pushed out of bounds there. Could also see if Patrick throws to the sidelines. He's been successful with some of the short passes today, but you could bet Enoch Thomas is going to get the bulk of this drive.
And it looks like we have a down player, and that is Enoch Thomas, who's getting tended to on the far sideline for Holy Trinity. And so, as Thomas is being looked at,
it becomes a Darian Singh show.
Yeah.
And while Thomas has that burst, they have done a good job stifling him. So we'll see if Singh can do something with the ball, unless they choose to air it out here.
St. Francis Prep showing blitz. Singh, knocked down. Good stop there by A.J. Brown. Two-way player, Baldwin native.
Yeah, it looked like Messia was going to take a run at the quarterback and go for that blitz, but now it looks like we've got a timeout Prep.
Timeout St. Francis Prep, 2:51 remaining in the fourth quarter and a 7-6 lead for Holy Trinity, and using the first of 3, and I think it was an interesting move by Rich Carroll, and it's worked out for him. Didn't call a timeout the first two plays, and now you get a timeout here. You get one more stop, get ready for the punt, and you've got 2 timeouts to play with if your offense gets the ball back.
Yeah, it also, though, gives Coach Tassone an opportunity to gather his troops and make a game plan, which I don't know how you feel, John, but I'd like to see Patrick try to air it out at this point. Look for Cruz. He's connected with him pretty well when they do connect. But right now, you can't be too predictable in a situation like this with 2 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in the game.
Trips receivers near side. Jaden Simpson. They flip it to him. Simpson. Ranging wide. Flag comes in. 2 flags come in. Short of a first down, and instead insult to injury for Holy Trinity. It's been a game of penalties for the Titans.
Can't make it up, John. I mean, the holding calls, it's one after the next, and it's been consistent. I think there's been 3 penalties called against the Terriers the entire game, and it feels like Trinity gets 3 per drive.
Yeah.
And it's a pity because they're battling, you know? I mean, the defense has done a sensational job, even in that last stop. 7-6, now they're deep in their zone, and you don't want to give good field position to St. Francis Prep if they get this ball offensively.
And you know that it'll be addressed on Monday, but the issue is you need to perform tonight.
John, you know it was addressed at halftime.
Right.
You know, I mean, you can only lead the horse to water. You can't make him not get a penalty.
After that, a timeout taken by St. Francis Prep with 2:31 remaining in regulation. And we'll take a break with them as well on the Varsity Media Sports Network. For the latest news in high school sports, be sure to check out varsitymedia.net or follow us on social media at Varsity Media.
At St. Francis Heart Center, we're not just regional heart experts. We share our greater success with the world. We don't just pioneer technology. We do it more than anywhere on Greater Long Island. And we don't just win awards. We deliver greater outcomes for people like you. As New York's only specialty designated cardiac center, we're not satisfied with just being good. This is Long Island. This is St. Francis Heart Center. And greater lives here.
Looking for the best. 2.5 to play on the Varsity Media Sports Network. He's Rob Anderson. I'm John Perez. And 3rd and 15, Holy Trinity with the ball after the holding penalty, pushing them back. Now, the good thing for Holy Trinity is they've got the 1-point lead, and St. Francis Prep using their second timeout. And if you get a run play here, you can burn the clock down to about $1.50 and then boot it away to St. Francis Prep. Patrick dumps it over. Incomplete. Chase Cruz couldn't make the catch.
Yeah, that's a tough one there. Cruz had it in his hands. He got up hoping that there was a pass interference call, but no such luck, and it's going to be the punting team now coming out. So they're just hoping for a flag there. But, you know, regardless of the timeout situation, John, they also didn't want to leave this much time on the clock. The incomplete pass stops it. 2:25 now remaining, and that's plenty of time for St. Francis Prep to do some damage, especially in the field position they're going to get.
Well, they're going to add time to the clock as well. That's what the white hat is saying. We'll just wait to see what it is. I think he wants 2:30 on the clock. 2:30. That's what it should be. You know, I know we're getting a shot clock in lacrosse, which might lead to a play clock in football. If we could get the referees mic'd, that'd be a game changer.
Yeah, I don't think that'll ever happen, but it would be a game changer. I don't know that folks at home want to hear it.
Chase DeJean steps into it. Spiral punt, but a flag before the punt and a false start against Holy Trinity. Well, if anything, it wiped off a handful of seconds.
4 is a handful. Back to where the clock was. But it pushes him back even further. And, you know, an opportunity now for St. Francis Prep to start the ball. Who knows? Inside the 30. Either way, I mean, right now, you've got JoJo Patrick supplying the moment of the game for Trinity, but then this defense just giving everything back.
Chase DeJean, low snap, but handles it. Short punt. And takes a Titan bounce. And a short field for St. Francis Prep as they'll set up shop at the Holy Trinity 34.
So just 34 yards. The difference in this game, 2:19 remaining on the clock. And, you know, I can't say enough, John. This Trinity defense has done an outstanding job as far as their physical play and keeping the points down, but just an ungodly job with the penalties. It's killing them, both sides of the ball.
After today for St. Francis Prep, we'll take on More Catholic and then Holy Cross, Christ the King, Mount, Cardinal Spellman, and Kellenberg. They want to get through Holy Trinity first. Julian Morales has a seam up the middle and a first down.
Big Jules getting a head full of steam on that one. And Morales, just a yeoman's effort. It was Ibert a lot in that first half, catching the ball, moving it well, and it has been Morales picking up yard after yard here.
Now a down Holy Trinity player is Darnell Rink. Seems to be cramping, holding that right leg. And so for Holy Trinity, just trying to get out of this game in one piece as well and hydrate.
And that stoppage is also going to give the coaches time to regroup their troops.
And they'll give us a chance to regroup as well on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is over 50,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck. For the late 1:58 to go in the fourth, St. Francis Prep looking for the comeback against Holy Trinity. And Jack Leary in the double wing formation. Rocco Petronella, the wide receiver at the bottom of your screen. In motion is Ibert. And the handoff, Julian Morales charging up the middle. Morales inside the 10. 11-yard gain for Julian Morales, who has been a bulldog tonight.
Yeah, that puts him about 8 yards short of 100 on the day for him. So Morales just plugging away. He is the difference maker here. And again, John, like you said, double wing. I mean, you got so many options on this team offensively. Nguyen was the one that we thought would be making one of the biggest impacts, and it's been the Ibert-Morales combo pack that's moving the ball up the field.
The give, John Nguyen. Up the middle to the 5.
Geez, I put it out in the world right there. Talking about Nguyen, he gets the handoff, he moves it. And again, so many options here. And when Holy Trinity goes back to the drawing board, John, it's going to be discipline.
Well, and so Holy Trinity will use its first time out of the half and to try and freeze St. Francis Prep and have them think of some things. But what do you want to see defensively for Holy Trinity?
Right now, defensively for Holy Trinity, it's just got to be, I think they got to look run. Even though that Leary has the ability to air that ball out and did show it with Petronella. Right now, I think stopping the run is going to be the key to this thing. And they look a little uneasy at the moment right now, and then obviously no penalties.
Yeah, and that's been the biggest issue for Holy Trinity so far. Gino Tassone was very honest in his assessment of his defense. They just can't stop the run, and it's showing here. But there's been spurts for Holy Trinity so far defensively, and there's been big plays, particularly from Ian Williams and Danny Bergen.
Yeah, I mean, and also forcing some fumbles and things like that. I mean, that's what they need now is a turnover. So they've had trouble stopping the run, but not in this game so far, John. They've done a great job. It's been the first drive and the last drive that might be the damage. Also in field goal territory now, and that could be the difference.
But Morales up the middle to the end zone, stopped at the 1. What a stop defensively by Holy Trinity. That was Tyler Williams in there with the takedown.
Yeah, it's what we just said. You got to stop the run. And Morales up the middle, but well, we got another timeout called.
Well, if it's for St. Francis Prep, and it is a St. Francis Prep timeout, that means they stop the clock, 52 seconds to go. No more timeouts now for St. Francis Prep.
Yeah, no more timeouts, and it shows confidence in his team that, they'll leave some time on the clock if they do score this touchdown.
Well, here's the thing for St. Francis Prep. Are you going in the end zone here, or are you trying to kick the field goal?
It depends on how much confidence you have in kicking the field goal. But right now, I mean, I don't know if I stop Morales doing what he's been doing. I say put it in.
And the reason for putting it in as well is that then you force Holy Trinity to go back down the field
Right.
one more time, and they have to score a touchdown.
Yeah, they'll have to score a touchdown. And, I think you're going to see, why not just keep giving Morales the ball? Don't get cute here. He's not lined up, though. Oh, there he is.
3rd and goal from the 2. Jack Leary under center, man in motion, flips it, near side, touchdown! Sean Ibert in the flat, and the Terriers pull in front.
Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. Now the other way around. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Same play, different characters. First time we saw Petronella getting the throw, and this time it's Ibert. And Ibert has been fantastic in this game, kind of quiet in the second half, but might be the play of the game.
And so because of the missed field goal and now up 5, St. Francis Prep is going to try and make this a 7-point game as they go for 2.
Yeah, they've got to go for 2 here. It doesn't really make a difference either way.
Leary under center, 3 in the backfield. Watch this trickery. Quick hitter, incomplete. Rocco Petronella couldn't haul it in. And the 2-point conversion is no good, but 45 seconds to go in regulation. Holy Trinity now has to get into the end zone. And let's see if we get the heroics out of JoJo Patrick once more. While we have a break in the action, contact Varsity Media today and have us produce a sportscast of your own. Includes a team of announcers, graphics, instant replay, and multiple camera angles. A memory your team will enjoy for a lifetime. Call 516-403-2050 or email Ben at varsitymedia.net.
That even includes camera angles on top of trucks on the track.
You got to pay extra for that. 45 seconds to go. Sean Ibert putting St. Francis Prep in front, as it has been a cast of characters for St. Francis Prep, but a lot of characters out there. The reason why St. Francis Prep has been in front, and they've all come together at different times. Ibert and Morales in the backfield, Troy Faison defensively, and how about Jack Leary, too, handling all the pressure under center.
Yeah, you just said it. Those are the 4 main characters in this story today. Faison, absolutely sensational, and then even getting a little taste on the offense. And then the combo pack today of Ibert and Morales doing their own version of, again, the Thunder and Lightning. Fantastic job.
Dermody, short kick, out of bounds. Can't afford to do that. And good field position for the Titans.
Well, Trinity now is going to have to put something together. They're going to have a lot of faith in their quarterback, and they're going to have to see if Enoch Thomas gets back on the field. I'm trying to scope for him now, John. You got better eyes than me and your youth.
We'll keep an eye on number 2 in white. Not out on the field yet.
Nah, I don't see him out there.
But you've got Ian Williams, who's a capable runner, as well, wearing number 15, and, of course, a good skill group of wide receivers.
And a JoJo Patrick who can light it up at any second if he gets space. So
Trips receivers near side. And Patrick back to pass. Slings it, and it's hauled in. Nice catch by Jaden Simpson short of midfield. That's good enough for a first down, and more importantly, it stops the clock with 40.7 seconds to go.
yeah, it was a sensational play call and a good haul there to stop the clock. And if anybody wants to know, Enoch Thomas is on the sideline not holding a helmet. So looks like he's going to be watching for the rest of the game.
Haven't seen him since that injury earlier in the quarter. Patrick on first down. Spins it. Far side. He's got Simpson again. Better late than never. Back-to-back catches for Jaden Simpson as that moves into Terriers territory.
And, John, not easy catches by any stretch of the imagination to keep those 2 toes inbound and immediately get out. You got to love the calls right here. And you got to say to yourself, where's this been the whole game?
Holy Trinity's given up 82 points the last 2 games, with an opportunity for the win, and 3 in a row. Jaden Simpson on a dive and a catch. Close to that first down marker.
This is absolutely remarkable.
And they will call a first down.
I loved in the camera angle in the background there, you saw number 10, Victor Castellanos, animated, saying first down, first down. So this team on the side, on the field's got a lot of energy, John. 22.1 seconds. So the missed extra point and then the missed 2-point conversion. Will it make a difference? They get in the end zone. This is it. It's a wrap. 1 point.
And we'll see how much time they have as well. Now that was the final timeout for Holy Trinity. No timeouts left for St. Francis Prep either.
Now, if they keep making those passes to the sideline, that's the most effective way to move this ball right now. The run might eat up a little too much. And again, Thomas on the sidelines.
First and 10, 23 seconds to go in regulation. The ball spotted at the 28. Demarion Singh in the backfield. Patrick back to pass. Goes far side. 4 in a row. Jaden Simpson, Mr. Automatic.
My goodness, it's just like, who needs instant replay when they create their own on the field?
That stops the clock with 18 seconds to go.
Now, this is a clinic right now on how to move the ball up the field and stop the clock. Only about 4.5 seconds on that play for another 10 yards.
Yeah, keep an eye on number 3 at the top of your screen. We'll see if they throw him in double coverage as well.
You don't fix what's not broken. You give it a shot. Worst thing, case scenario, well, not the worst case, but is an incomplete pass.
Patrick shuffling around. First and 10. Patrick looking towards Simpson. On his back foot. He's got to get rid of it. Dumps it near side, and Singh couldn't make the catch. And that's not the worst thing in the world. Stops the clock. Now the clock kept running here. We'll see how much time they put back on there.
Yeah, the officials having a conversation. Hopefully they recognize it there. I'm going to guess they're going to put at least another 3 back on, but we'll see as there's a conversation in the middle of the field. But, John, right now, Patrick and Simpson doing a beautiful job catching up, and then he was looking Simpson all the way, realized that there was no play, and that's when there was trouble. They've got to make sure that the directions are clear, that if he can't make that pass, where to look next.
Right.
Or else that happens. So nothing, but it looks like 0.3 seconds was put back on.
Play originally started with 23 seconds. Now Gino Tassone, as you see him on the left side of your screen, pleading with the officials for more time on the clock.
But not getting it.
And now Rich Carroll coming out to get an explanation.
I mean, based on what we've seen up here, there should be some time put back on the clock. But no indication, and looks like no change.
Rich Carroll trying to guide this team to its 3rd victory of the season. Gino Tassone looking for his first as a varsity head coach. 2nd and 10. Patrick on a slant. He's got Chase Cruz. Makes the catch, and he gets tackled. Holy Trinity has to get back to the line, and check that. They used their last timeout with 5.2 seconds to go.
Yeah, that explains that call there because I think we were under the impression that they had no more timeouts left, but
Final timeout taken. It's going to be 3rd and 8. 5 seconds to go. And let's see if Holy Trinity has one more score in them, or St. Francis Prep. Remember, they only won 3 games 2 years ago. 2 wins last year. They're off to their best start since 2013. Meanwhile, for Holy Trinity, trying to get this season on the right foot.
Speaking of foot, any shot that they look for a field goal here? No.
Well, no,
never
because
mind.
7 + 3 is 10.
I'm thinking in my Thanks, John. Saturday night.
We're a team, too. Gotta look out for one another.
Absolutely. A mathematical genius next to me. Pretty soon you're going to be counting toothpicks and cards.
That's right. I wish.
Me too.
This is for all the marbles. 3rd and 8, 5 seconds to go. Crowd on their feet looking for a stop. Titans go empty. Patrick gets the snap. Looking. Still on his feet. Airs it out. Near side, he's got Ian Williams. Let the fun begin. Williams. Pushback. Flag is down. Ian Williams tackled. Ball comes out. Holy Trinity's on top of it. And St. Francis Prep starts the celebration. There is a final flag. This should be against Holy Trinity. Just wait for the confirmation. It's against Holy Trinity. And the ball game is over. St. Francis Prep wins it 12-7 as the Terriers win their 3rd game of the year in a thriller.
Yeah, in most instances, John, a Terrier is not going to take down a Titan, but today, that's exactly what happened, and a great defensive game on both sides of the ball. Williams, like you said, let the fun begin. It looked like he was going to pitch it back, but everybody ran forward. He had no support behind him to end the game. You have to be very impressed with the effort that Trinity put up, especially defensively. And then Ibert getting that ball in the end zone to bust this thing open. So it's 2 TDs with no extra points against 7 for the victory.
Yeah, and for St. Francis Prep, a big reason why they won is due to Sean Ibert and the ground game and what they've been able to do. And Sean Ibert is our hungry man of the game, brought to you by Bagel Parlor. Get your day started right with Bagel Parlor. Bagels, coffee, sandwiches, bumbaloni, pastries, and desserts. Bagel Parlor, located in Whitestone. St. Francis Prep knows that place well. And how about Sean Ibert? He had the go-ahead touchdown and was a force in the backfield today, Rob.
He certainly was. He was catching the ball. He was running, picked up yards with that speed. Again, the lightning part of the Thunder and Lightning out there. A nice touchdown. Brings it in nice and easy. And, Sean, I'm going to recommend that chicken cutlet sandwich. Go be a hungry man. You earned it, kiddo.
Well, St. Francis Prep earned it as well. A 5-point victory. They're 3-1 on the season. Holy Trinity falls to 0-4. So that'll put a bow on it. And St. Francis Prep wins it. And for our entire crew, led by Ben Turchin, Chris Sweeney, and Becca Kazaks behind the 1s and 2s. On the cameras are Ron Pierre, Kevin Catalanato, and Tony DeMasso. For my partner, Rob Anderson, this is John Perez saying so long from Uniondale. This has been a presentation of CHSFL football on your home for New York High School Sports, the Varsity Media Sports Network.